Every human person in this world has experienced relationship in one way or the other. Long term, short term. In my previous video, I talked about symbiotic relationship, inviting us to take a second look at our relationships, to know how much we are ready to give some part of ourselves, sacrifice some part of ourselves in our relationships. You find out today that most relationships are need-based. Need-based in the sense that at the onset of the relationship, we expect joy, pleasantness, and we keep squeezing the relationship to get out the sweetness, the sweet juice as much as possible. And at a point, and the juice gets exhausted, and it is replaced by sourness, bitterness, which sometimes become acidic. When I talk of sourness in a relationship, you understand what I mean. Misunderstanding, conflicts, and hard times. I'm not trying to say that relationships simply run smoothly without any tension. No. Those times come. Now, for you and for me, for anyone to experience a long term of pleasantness in a relationship, I need to work on myself. You need to work on yourself. In the sense that working yourself to be naturally exuberant, joyful, and a pleasant person, and you carry all this into the relationship. And when you do this, and your partner, in his turn or her turn, comes into relationship with pleasantness to supply you as much joy and sweetness as possible, without even caring how much joy you supply. You can imagine what nature of relationship are you going to experience. What do you think that will happen in a relationship where two people come together to give, but not to fill their baskets, as someone who is going to a mall to shop with an empty basket, and to come out from the mall with baskets filled? This is what we do. A relationship cannot collapse if both parties are there to supply the emotional needs of each other, to supply pleasantness and joy. Rather, what we notice most of the time is that two people in a relationship, when the supply is dry, kick and cry like a baby in a cradle in need of the supply of the mother's breast milk? Have you asked yourself why two adults who are in a relationship call each other babies? Is it possible for you to go into a relationship, long-term, short-term friendship, long-term friendship, especially in the cases of marriage contracts, without expecting so much, wanting your partner to supply all your needs to make the relationship pleasant, make it joyful for you? If both of you come into the relationship, each of you wanting, seeking the happiness and joyfulness of the other, what do you think that will happen? I leave this question for you because you know the answer.